And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Hey, let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
21. 22.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Ryan. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
21. Here we go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
There we go.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down at the 28. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
22.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Left. Hey, Tuesday.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 19 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's able to put it through. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul. It in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, hurry up. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, here's Ryan. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Hey, let's go.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Well, yeah, Liz. Hey, check 26. Zoom. Let's go. Pick it up,
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Graham's got it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Over. Mike's 50.
Now Marshall. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown! Packers. Keith Marshall, 33 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A big run there by Freeman. 43 yards on the ground. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Get up!
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Here's Ryan to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Marshall now, the return. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Lets this one rip toward Graham. That's caught at the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He's crashing. Inside.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Like 50. Here we go. 58. Zoom.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Crash.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. You got 3.
shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A first down carry for Smith. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Ryan.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw on second down. Ryan, this will be caught just inside the 10. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Zoom. 319 to 900.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Marshall now, the return. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, we'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rodgers. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jack Crawford continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, look at the juke. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Whoosh. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. This is Marshall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll go with Jones, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Freeman again. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey. 4 down. Hey, where y'all going?
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Zoom. Zoom.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 52 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field.
We got three. Hey, check 26. No.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, we got four down. Kill. Right. 45's the mic. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26. No.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Adams. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No.
Rodgers to throw once more. And incomplete on the deep ball. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Liz.
Rodgers again now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26.
To throw is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Flip it down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Ryan wants to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing now is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.